who are new here, my name is Lucy, and for the regulars, karibuni tena. On today's video, we're just going to see what or touch on some of the assumptions that Kenyans have about South Sudanese. And before we get into the video, we just want to remind you guys to continue subscribing to this channel so that we are able to bring you more interesting videos about South Sudan. Yeah, and because realize that a lot of you are watching without subscribing, so kindly consider subscribing. Yes, and let's get into the video. First is that most Kenyans assume that South Sudanese are very rich, which is not a bad thing. It's kind of cool to think that South Sudanese are rich, and the truth of the matter is, yes, there are those who are rich, there are those who are poor. Like, there are different social classes in South Sudan, and South Sudanese also, if you may ask, where do they get their money? They work like any other person in the world. They are employed, they own businesses, and that's where they accumulate their wealth from. Spending a lot. I think they have a good taste for good things, and I think that's why most Kenyans assume that they are very rich. Now I know, but before I came to South Sudan, and when I heard about South Sudan, the first thing that came into my mind, and I don't know about other Kenyans, but most people assume that South Sudan is a war zone country, which is not true. Yes, they had 2 major wars, but that was back then. But Juba town is very safe. You can travel in and out. I mean, come and see it for yourself. Kenyans assume that South Sudanese are tall and slim, which is not the case, because we also have short people. We have all body types are found here in South Sudan, just like any other country. So most people assume that South Sudanese only speak Arabic, which is true and no. It's true because that's their national language, and it's not. They also have other tribes, and they speak their native languages, like we have the Nuer, the Dinkas, the Shiluk, the Didinka, the Zande, and the list goes on, because we have about approximately 63 tribes in South Sudan, and people speak in their native language. So let's not assume that they only speak Arabic.